Today is day 9 of building my 3D printing startup from my garage. Yesterday, I printed these waste bins as the first run on my print farm to confirm everything was working correctly and also to solve an issue that can quickly get out of hand in a print farm. So this is the filament waste created as a byproduct of the print process. Now the waste you see here is just from the single colored prints. The waste that would be created from a multicolored print would be significant. That's why these will play a big role in helping to keep that waste contained and controlled in the farm moving forward. Now installing these for the A1s, very simple. Just put it right on the left side of the printer and it is installed and ready to start catching that waste. Now the baskets for the P1Ps are pretty small. These are what I chose to use just for now. In the future, I want to design something where I could basically have some type of central vacuum integrated and hooked up to the actual baskets on the back so that periodically I can turn it on, clear it out. That's my goal and hope. We'll develop that workflow as we continue, as well as some type of side or front mounted spool holder for the P1Ps to make having to get behind them a thing of the past. And the waste container just clips right in. Now that those are done, I can talk about the next upgrade that I'm going to be providing for the farm. And this matter revolves around air quality. In front of me I have an X-Power air scrubber and a Temtop air quality monitor. Since beginning my e-commerce journey in 2017, getting products for the right price was always my biggest problem. With manufacturing things with 3D printing myself, that changes completely. But with manufacturing your own products, that adds another layer of complexity and issues. That's why, through the end of my research, I feel that this combo here will be big enough and allow me to expand the print farm and still have quality air inside the garage. So I'll get these items unboxed and get them set up in the farm. So what the job of an air scrubber essentially is to take air in the room, bring it through the intake, run it through multiple filters, and send it out the exhaust. With all these printers running in the back, circulating and filtering the air seems like a smart first step to do. And just like the dehumidifier, I got a standalone unit to help me easily look and keep track of what the quality is inside the room as well. Very tight on space currently, especially before we build out the back part behind these shelves. So I think for now, a good spot probably be right where these printers are here. I'll get those moved and I'll try to position it in the corner somewhere here. So let me get those moved and then we'll get the air scrubber placed. So I think right here should be good at first. I'm going to play around with ultimately where I decide to put it. But we'll have the intake side here. I don't think it'll be interfering with the dehumidifier. The dehumidifier intake's right here, so that shouldn't be an issue. And then the exhaust side, which is on this side, actually has a little channel through the front of the garage that it can kind of be blown through. So it won't interfere with the build plates. And also, you know, if I want to add an exhaust right to the outside in the future, I can. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple. Turning this thing on is very straightforward. You basically have one control, and it keeps it in the off position or 5 different select fan speeds. You also have a filter light which comes on and notifies you it is time to replace the filters, which is a very nice feature. Alright, so let's get this thing turned on. And this is medium setting. It's definitely noticeable, but for garage, it's fine. I'll see how it sounds in the background for future videos and adjust as I go. And it definitely does not have to be on all the time. I'll only have it running when the printers are working. So the last part of this upgrade for today will be the digital readouts. This does have basically a little fan, so you have in, so it intakes the air, and then you have the exhaust end, so that's what it does its readings off of. There we go. Right now our quality is good. And it is loading. And there we go. This one's a bit nicer. It has a color display. But again, it measures everything that you'd want to keep an eye on. And it simplifies it by letting you know, hey, everything is good. So now that we have these up and running, let's get them installed. So I think that'll be good right here. It says about 3 to 5 feet in height and about 2 feet away from the printers. So I think that'll be a good spot. And then this one, I want to have closer to the air scrubber so that I can keep track of how well that is doing, and just to give me a good fair cross section comparison from the front of the garage to the back. So I think right there for now would work out well. Well, I think today was successful. I want a solid foundation that lets the farm grow the right way, from organization to airflow to how everything is laid out. As more pieces come together, the workflow gets smoother and the printing side gets easier to scale. So today's step is about putting the right basics in place. Some days will be setup days, some days will be print days, but all of it is part of building out a reliable operation. So thanks for following along. I'll be posting every day for 21 days as I build this print farm from the ground up. Tomorrow, I'll be on to the next step. So make sure to subscribe if you want to follow for the full build.